Welcome to the channel where we bring the rarest treasures of numismatics into the spotlight. Today, we are diving into a coin that stands as a pinnacle of American coinage history, the Standing Liberty $quarter. This coin isn't just a beautiful piece of silver, it's a gateway to discovering ultra-rare variants that are commanding staggering prices in today's action-packed collector market. If you are a coin enthusiast or just curious about what makes a small piece of metal worth thousands of dollars and millions of dollars of the collector market, you are in the right place. Let us explore the most valuable and sought-after Standing Liberty quarters that collectors are aggressively chasing right now. First up, we are diving deep into one of the most iconic and beautiful silver coins in American history, the 1929 with D Standing Liberty quarter. This isn't just any coin. This is a silver gem from the Denver Mint that continues to shine brightly in today's collector's market. And when it is in very fine condition, oh yes, it commands a seriously attractive price. So grab a seat because we are about to explore the coin's rich history, unique features, and why it is so highly sought after by collectors around the world. Let us travel back in time to the roaring 1920s, an era of jazz, Art Deco, and bold new design. The Standing Liberty quarter was introduced in 1916, replacing the Barber quarter. Designed by the renowned sculptor Herman A. McNeil, this coin was created to embody strength, liberty, and classic beauty, and it definitely delivered. The 1929 with D version of this coin was one of the final issues before the series ended in 1930. Struck in Denver, the 1929 with D marks a moment right before the Great Depression, making it not only a piece of artistic and numismatic history, but also a witness to a critical period in American life. With silver content and a majestic design, it is no wonder this coin has captivated collectors for nearly a century. What makes the Standing Liberty quarter stand out is its striking design. On the obverse, Lady Liberty stands tall, shielding herself with a defensive shield in one hand while holding an olive branch of peace in the other, a perfect symbol of balance between strength and diplomacy. The reverse side features an American eagle in flight, wings stretched, embodying freedom in full motion. The 1929 with D variant includes a small D mint mark on the lower left near the bottom star on the reverse, indicating it was struck in Denver. The silver content gives it that timeless, gleaming luster collectors adore. In very fine condition, the details of the armor, folds in the gown, and eagle's wings remain well defined, adding to both its visual and market appeal. Now here is where things get exciting. The 1929 with D Standing Liberty quarter isn't just any coin, it's a key semi-key date in the series. While nearly 1.4 million were minted, far fewer survive today in very fine or better condition. Why? Because these coins were heavily circulated during the Great Depression, many were worn down, lost, or melted for silver value over time. Finding one with strong definition, minimal wear, and full date clarity is a real treasure. Collectors and numismatists know that Standing Liberty quarters from the late 1920s, especially with mint marks and in solid condition, are in growing demand. They fill essential gaps in any serious Standing Liberty set and are often harder to source than their original mintage would suggest. So how much is a 1929 with D Standing Liberty quarter worth today in very fine condition? The value may surprise you. In today's action-packed collector market, these coins command impressive prices. A genuine 1929 with D Standing Liberty quarter in very fine condition typically sells for anywhere $580,000 mark at auctions or private sales. If the coin has a beautiful silver sheen or original luster, buyers are often willing to pay a premium. In slabbed and graded forms, particularly by professional coin grading service or numismatic guarantee corporation, the prices can go significantly higher depending on eye appeal and rarity in that condition tier. For those looking to add a 1929 with D to their collection, here are a few pro tips. First, always verify authenticity. There are fakes out there, especially for high-demand silver coins. Look for reputable dealers or purchase slabbed examples from trusted grading services. Second, focus on eye appeal. A nicely toned or brilliant example, even in very fine condition, can be a showstopper. Third, Protect your investment by storing it properly. Avoid moisture, air, and harsh cleaning that could damage the surface or reduce collector value. Lastly, keep an eye on auctions and estate sales. Occasionally, these coins appear in undervalued lots and can be a steal for the savvy collector. The 1929 with D standing Liberty Quarter is a standout piece in American numismatics. Its stunning design, silver composition, historical relevance, and growing scarcity make it a hot-ticket item in today's collector market. Whether you are looking to invest, complete a set, or simply admire one of the finest coin designs in the United States. History. This coin checks every box. Don't miss your chance to hold a true piece of history in your hands, and if you already have one, you are in possession of a genuine treasure. Next up, the spotlight is on one of the most coveted and visually striking coins in American numismatic history, the 1927 Standing Liberty Quarter without mint mark, featuring its classic silver tint and a truly breathtaking design. If you have got one of these in your collection, especially in very fine condition, you are holding a rare slice of American heritage that could carry surprising value in today's action-packed collector market. So stick with me as we dive into the fascinating world of this coin, from its historical origins to why collectors are racing to get their hands on one. Let us rewind the clock to the early 20th century. The Standing Liberty Quarter was introduced in 1916, replacing the Barber Quarter. Designed by the talented sculptor Herman A. McNeil, this coin symbolized America's values during a time of global uncertainty. Liberty is shown standing tall between two pillars, one holding a shield for defense and the other an olive branch for peace, a dual message of readiness and hope. The 1927 version was part of the Type II design, introduced a few years earlier in 1917, where Liberty's chainmail-covered figure emphasized both modesty and strength. The 1927 issue, struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, comes from the Philadelphia Mint, evident by the absence of a mint mark. It reflects not only America's artistic evolution in coinage, but also the historical mood of the Roaring Twenties. Now, what makes this coin so eye-catching? First, it is the dynamic pose of Liberty, standing in an arched gateway, shield in one hand, and olive branch in the other, is simply one of the most stunning designs ever minted. The coin features bold lettering, stars wrapping the periphery, and the iconic eagle in flight on the reverse side. But one truly notable element is its silver composition. That lustrous silver tint, when preserved even modestly, gives the coin a classic and rich shine that makes it pop in any collector's display. And in a very fine condition, the details in Liberty's gown, shield, and the eagle's feathers are still sharply defined, offering remarkable visual appeal and collectible integrity. Here is where it gets exciting for collectors. While the 1927 Standing Liberty Quarter had a healthy mintage of over 11.9 million coins, very few have survived in good condition, especially with no damage, no wear through Liberty's head and shield, and full dates visible. The date is notorious for wearing off easily on this design, so coins with a clearly visible 1927 date already gain attention. Combine that with no mint mark, pointing to Philadelphia origin, and a well-preserved silver luster, and you have got a version that is increasingly hard to find. Coins graded as very fine show strong detail, full outlines, and minimal surface disruption, making them highly sought after by both seasoned and new collectors. In today's market, the demand for such coins is spiking due to the combination of historical significance, design beauty, and dwindling supply. Let us talk money, because this coin is not just eye candy, it is real value. A 1927 Standing Liberty Quarter without mint mark in very fine condition can comfortably fetch between $500,000 on the collector's market today. And depending on silver spot prices and collector demand during auctions, here's the key. Even a very fine grade without any cleaning or damage holds premium value simply because of how few remain intact after nearly a century. If you are looking to invest in one of these silver beauties or already own one, here are a few quick tips to preserve and enhance its value. First, never clean your coin. Cleaning removes natural toning and can scratch the surface, dramatically reducing its worth. Instead, store it in a non-polyvinyl chloride plastic coin flip or an acid-free holder. If you are buying, make sure to look for coins with strong detail on Liberty's head, shield, and the eagle's wings. Those are the areas collectors and graders watch closely. It is also a smart move to get your coin graded by a reputable service to authenticate its condition and boost its market value. Join online collector forums and auctions. Standing Liberty quarters are always trending and offer a great opportunity to learn, trade, or sell. So there you have it. The 1,927 Standing Liberty quarter without mint mark is more than just a coin. It is a piece of American art, a slice of history, and a tangible asset that is only increasing in collector demand and market value. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist or just getting into the hobby, adding this coin to your collection is a power move. Its silver brilliance, timeless design, and rarity make it a true standout in any showcase. Next up, we are diving deep into one of the most coveted silver coins in the United States. Numismatics, the 1926 with D Standing Liberty Quarter. If you are into collecting rare and historical coins, you are going to love this episode. This coin is not just a piece of silver, it is a piece of American history, and it is commanding significant attention in today's collector markets. With its rich background, beautiful artistry, and growing value, the 1926 with D in very fine condition is a must-see and maybe even a must-have for serious collectors. So stay tuned as we explore its story, its rarity, and why its market value is rising like never before. Let us rewind the clock to the early 20th century. The Standing Liberty Quarter was first minted in 1916, replacing the Barber Quarter that had been in circulation for over 2 decades. Designed by Herman A. McNeil, this stunning coin was part of a renaissance in American coinage that sought to bring more artistic expression and patriotic symbolism into everyday currency. The Standing Liberty Quarter quickly became iconic. By 1926, America was in the roaring 20s, a time of growth and optimism, and the Denver Mint struck a limited number of quarters that year, bearing the letter D mint mark. The 1926 with D is especially significant because it represents the tail end of the design's production before it was replaced by the Washington Quarter in 1932. What makes the 1926 with D so special isn't just its age, it's the breathtaking design and intricate detail that set it apart from most coins in circulation. Lady Liberty is depicted standing tall between 2 raised pedestals, holding a shield in one hand and an olive branch in the other, a powerful symbol of America's readiness for both peace and defense. On the reverse side, a majestic eagle soars through the sky with grace and strength. The silver content of this coin is another appealing feature, composed of 90% silver and 10% copper. The coin's natural luster shines brilliantly when well preserved, especially in very fine condition. The D mint mark, located to the left of the star beneath the eagle, signifies its Denver origin and adds to its prestige. Now let us talk about rarity. The 1926 with D is one of the scarcer issues among Standing Liberty quarters. While over 1.7 million were minted, far fewer remain today in collector-worthy conditions, especially in very fine or higher grades. Over time, many of these coins were worn down or melted for their silver content. Those that have survived with strong details, defined date and lettering, and minimal wear are highly sought after. The demand for this coin has only increased as more collectors enter the market looking for pre-World War II silver coinage. The Standing Liberty series as a whole is admired, but the 1926 with D holds a particularly esteemed place due to its mintage location, relatively low survival rate, and historical context. Let us get to the part everyone has been waiting for, the current market value of a 1926 with D Standing Liberty Quarter in very fine condition. As of recent auction results and collector sales, these coins are commanding serious attention. Depending on eye appeal, strike sharpness, and toning, a very fine specimen can fetch anywhere between $720,000, sometimes even more, if it is part of a registry-worthy collection. And remember, as silver prices climb and vintage coins grow in popularity, the upward trajectory of value for coins like this is only expected to continue. If you are thinking about adding the 1926 with D to your collection, here are a few pro tips. First, always verify authenticity, especially when shopping online or at shows. Look for reputable dealers or get the coin graded by a professional third-party service. Second, aim for coins with visible details in Liberty's gown, shield lines, and eagle feathers. These indicate a better striking condition. Coins that retain even moderate luster, natural toning, and sharp details will not only hold value but appreciate over time. Third, protect your investment. Store the coin in a temperature-controlled environment using non-polyvinyl chloride holders or capsules to prevent tarnish or corrosion. And lastly, stay informed by following auction results and collector forums. Being in tune with market trends ensures you are always making smart, strategic additions to your collection. The 1926 with D standing Liberty Quarter is more than a coin. It is a shining emblem of American craftsmanship, history, and artistic vision. With its silver composition, stunning design, and scarcity in high grades, this quarter has cemented its place as one of the most prized pieces in the United States. Coinage. For collectors who understand its significance, owning one is a badge of honor and a sound investment. As demand continues to grow and as more people discover the beauty of early 20th century United States, coinage, the value of the 1926 with D only looks brighter. So whether you already have one in your collection or you are on the hunt to find one, remember, you are holding on to a true gem of American heritage. Next up, we are diving deep into one of the most iconic and highly sought-after silver coins in American numismatic history, the 1920 Standing Liberty Quarter Dollar without a mint mark. This isn't just any coin, folks. This is a gleaming piece of early 20th century artistry, a silver relic with historical richness and extreme collector demand in today's booming auction market. Whether you are a seasoned collector or just discovering the thrill of numismatics, what we uncover in this video will absolutely blow your mind. So stick around, because this stunning piece of history might just be hiding in your collection or someone else's change jar. Let us travel back in time to the post-World War I era. The Standing Liberty Quarter was first minted in 1916 and ran until 1930. It was part of a national effort to beautify American coinage and replace older designs with new, bold symbols of liberty and strength. Hermione MacNeil, the sculptor behind the design, created a powerful image of liberty standing in a gateway, holding a shield in one hand and an olive branch in the other, a perfect representation of America's desire for peace and its readiness to defend it. By 1920, the United States. Mint had made design modifications due to wear concerns, which makes the 1920 issue a pivotal year in this series. The absence of a mint mark on your 1920 quarter indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not use mint marks at the time. Now, what makes this 1920 Standing Liberty Quarter without mint marks so uniquely captivating? First and foremost, the composition 90% silver already makes it desirable for precious metal investors. But beyond the bullion value, it is the detailed artistry that captures collectors' hearts. The obverse features Lady Liberty in a flowing gown, shield in hand, prepared for peace but equipped for battle. On the reverse, an eagle is mid-flight, dynamic and full of motion. The 1920 design includes bold detailing on Liberty's armor, finely defined rivets on her shield, and crisp lettering. In very fine condition, these details are well preserved and highly visible, significantly boosting the coin's desirability and value. When it comes to rarity, the 1920 Standing Liberty Quarter from Philadelphia isn't the rarest date in the series, but don't be fooled. In very fine condition, these coins are becoming increasingly scarce. Why? Because many of them were melted down or heavily circulated. Finding one today that retains sharp design details, minimal wear, and that brilliant silver luster is no easy feat. Collectors are always hunting for high-grade examples, especially those without scratches or damage. The demand for Standing Liberty Quarters in very fine and higher grades continues to rise, as these coins bridge the gap between numismatic beauty and historical significance. And when a coin checks all those boxes, beauty, silver content, historical pedigree, and limited supply, you know it is gold in the collector's world, or rather, silver. Now let's talk numbers. As of today's action-packed collector market, a 1920 Standing Liberty Quarter without mint mark in very fine condition is commanding impressive prices. We are talking anywhere from $450,000, depending on the market demand and coin eye appeal. And do not forget, the silver melt value alone gives it a strong base. But what you are really paying for is that numismatic value, which continues to increase as high-quality examples become harder and harder to find. Every year, fewer of these coins remain in collectible condition, which only adds fuel to the fire. For collectors looking to either buy or protect a 1920 standing Liberty Quarter, here are some golden rules. First, always handle your coin by the edges to preserve its surfaces. Store it in a certified holder or an airtight coin capsule to avoid tarnish and physical damage. If you are in the market to buy, be sure to purchase from a trusted dealer or get your coin certified by a reputable grading company. Certification not only boosts the value, but also gives buyers peace of mind. Also, watch silver prices. They can push the base value of your coin even higher. And lastly, always keep an eye on auction sites and coin shows, because demand for these quarters remains sky high and climbing. This coin is a solid investment in both history and value. So there you have it, the majestic silver-shaded 1920 standing Liberty Quarter without a mint mark. It is a coin that represents far more than 25 cents. It is a shining symbol of America's strength, artistry, and resilience, all wrapped up in a 90% silver masterpiece. With increasing collector interest and steadily climbing values, this coin is more than a collectible. It is a small treasure chest in your hands. Whether you are showcasing it in your collection, investing in numismatic assets, or simply admiring its beauty, the 1920 standing Liberty Quarter stands tall among America's most cherished coins. Next up, we are diving into one of the most iconic and visually captivating pieces in American numismatic history, the 1918 standing Liberty Quarter Dollar without a mint mark. This isn't just any coin. It is a silver-shaded treasure that commands attention in today's auction market. If you have got one of these, especially in very fine condition, you might just be holding a small fortune in your hands. So stick with us as we unfold the fascinating journey of this coin, from its powerful symbolism and artistic beauty to the incredible values it is fetching in the collector market today. Let's start with the rich historical backdrop of the standing Liberty Quarter. First introduced in 1916, this coin was created to replace the Barber Quarter, marking a bold step forward in design and national symbolism. The year 1918 was right in the heart of World War I, and the United States was asserting its presence on the world stage. The imagery of liberty standing strong with a shield in one hand and an olive branch in the other beautifully captured the balance of military readiness and peace, a message that resonated deeply with the American public. This design was sculpted by Herman A. McNeil, and it remains one of the most artistically admired United States coin designs to this day. Now let us talk about the unique features that make the 1918 standing Liberty Quarter so extraordinary. Struck in 90% silver, this coin gleams with a natural luster that collectors adore. The obverse features Liberty in a flowing robe, stepping forward in a gateway, symbolizing readiness and peace. The reverse showcases a bold eagle in flight, full of life and movement. But the real magic is in the detail, the fine feathers on the eagle, the texture of Liberty's robe, and the crispness of the stars. And what makes the 1918 version, without the mint mark, even more special is that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, meaning it carries no identifying letter under the date, which adds to its prestige and collectability. Now let us talk about what truly excites collectors: rarity and condition. The 1918 standing Liberty Quarter, particularly without a mint mark, becomes significantly rarer as condition improves. While millions were minted, very few survived the decades in such well-preserved states. A coin in very fine condition retains much of its intricate detail and texture, showing clear lines on Liberty's gown and a strong eagle on the reverse. The presence of these features sets this coin apart in a big way. The survival rate of such high-quality examples is low, making them hot commodities in the collecting world. Simply put, when you combine a historical design, low population in fine condition, and silver content, you've got a high-demand, high-value coin. So what is the buzz in today's auction market? Let us talk numbers. As of today, and continuing into this year, the 1918 Standing Liberty Quarter without mint mark in very fine condition is commanding serious attention. On average, these coins fetch anywhere from $1 million depending on luster and strike sharpness. But wait, this is just the floor. In some online auctions, especially where visual appeal is strong, they can spike up to $1.2 million or more. Coins with toning, strong detail, and authenticated grading by major services often exceed those numbers. Collectors and investors alike are constantly searching for these examples to add to their portfolios, not just for the historical value, but for the long-term appreciation potential. If you are a collector aiming to acquire or preserve a 1918 Standing Liberty Quarter, here are a few golden tips. First, always aim for coins with visible detail, especially around Liberty's gown and the eagle's wings. If you can find a certified, very fine piece, even better, it adds credibility and can increase resale value. Store the coin properly in a protective holder to prevent tarnishing and physical wear. Also, stay tuned to numismatic auctions and forums. These are great places to track real-time market interest and values. And most importantly, know what you're holding. This is more than just a piece of silver. It is a living relic of American resilience and artistic excellence. In conclusion, the 1918 Standing Liberty Quarter Dollar without a mint mark is a powerhouse in the coin collecting world. With its stunning silver design, deep historical roots, and growing demand in the modern collector's market, this coin is a true treasure. If you own one, cherish it. If you are looking for one, pursue it with passion, because coins like this are more than metal. They are stories, they are symbols, and they are solid investments. Thanks for watching, and do not forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more deep dives into the world of rare and valuable coins. Until next time, happy collecting.